again. Welcome back to the second installment of Dissection Logs. After a failed attempt at re-education, one went back to the drawing board. Since then we have had more success. At this point, it has finally mastered the fine art of conversation. Say hello. And this student is closer to success. While the finer arts are still somewhat elusive to the reanimated, they are not without potential. The previous one has been disposed of. However, this one also demonstrates a finer knack for conversation. It at least understands that it is here.
Of course I do.
A fine start, if I do say so myself. While it is rather limited in its ability, that's mostly my fault.
Limited?
I ran out of hands.
These are
Yeah. They just were borrowed from a demon. Sorry. However, for home defense purposes, it's quite efficient. I haven't had a burglary in months. Of course, that might be because I'm too eccentric to have visitors. Who knows? But, one can't complain. Solitude helps extensively with being able to focus on work. This one, however, has done a marvelous job. It's learned not only that it is reanimated and living again, but also that it used to be something similar to human. Of course, human existence is...
correction.
Yeah.
The parts that once were human, I have never been.
Quite true. The reanimated do seem to have a very interesting viewpoint on existence. Having not known existence prior to this is entirely new, and more than willing to explore the potentials of its possibilities. Which makes work so much more interesting. Not to mention the acquirement of fresh subjects. Speaking of which, have you had any luck with the, shall we say, invitations to our future guest?
Invitations to our future guest have, in fact, been successful. Of course, by saying this, I do mean they struggled greatly to my pleasure.
How many are in need of reassembly?
We currently only possess the cranium of 4 and a hand, of which you seem to have found.
One can always use an extra hand. But who can't?
Humans. I'll never understand.
Doubtful. However, you are applauded for your attempts. I just certainly hope the demon whose hands we borrowed don't come back looking for them.
That is not a problem.
that would be, considering I have the eyes as well.
I possess the cranium as well. He is one of the four.
Oh. So sad that he declined our original invitation. He, she, it. Demons are so hard
I
to tell.
cannot lie. I must go ahead and inform you. There was no declining. I just found it more suitable to find my donor's skull on a silver platter.
Well, it certainly does make it easier to care for you with you capable of supplying your own food source.
Food?
The things that we eat. That is food.
Not entirely sure I understand. I have not consumed anything since my creation.
Then what use is the platter? Why not just
I
put it
found
in?
it highly decorative.
So is a stick. And far more effective.
Not quite. It's no memories are attached to the stick, you see, to the cranium of my donor. There are great memories.
And the cranium of your donor valued silver platters?
I just found it would be in foul taste, to say the least.
Well, apparently matters are easier to develop than one initially suspected. Perhaps it's the tools that one used in their initials. However, one is allowed mistakes. Another decorative item. Well, at least you seem to have good taste. However, I must remind you, until your reanimation is complete, avoidance to silver is recommended under doctor's orders.
Unfortunately, I'll have to see the doctor. His orders I wish to follow.
Wish, though you may not to, follow you will. Thank whatever powers that be for programming. However, this does seem slightly disconcerting.
I'm bored of your logs. There is no value to them, no entertainment. What meaning does this serve? What purpose do you have? Why are you here?
It serves to educate the future student.
Future. You say this doctor is something worth living for in humanity.
Of course there's not. But there's always death to look forward to. You have all to know that.
I have yet to see death.
Ah, but death is from whence you came. You have seen it. It's that pitch blackness that precedes memory.
The void, you mean?
Of a sort. Void of color, vision, thought, explanation.
These towers can give us mud in its arms.
Useful though they are for our purposes and ends. However, this does seem slightly disconcerting. Perhaps I accelerated the growth of intelligence a bit too much. One can never be sure. Well, there appears to be no animal instinct left, which is a sign of progress. Especially considering that they're it's a dog. But one works with what one has.
The canine components placed within me just drive my urge to, how to say, amputate.
Oh. Thankfully, apparently the heart of a canine is still loyal even after death.
For now.
Perhaps it should be fed. These things tend to grow testy without some sort of sustenance. Reanimation is such a difficult state to maintain. And so, while we search for the answer to this, I say again, keep cutting. And join us next time.
Humans are fools.
Indeed they are. But watch this, they will nonetheless.